Hello guys, Beastie here with another video, and today we're just gonna go over week 4 of the NFL. We're gonna predict all the weeks going before really the season starts. Obviously, a few preseason games are gonna happen first, but I'm gonna try to get all these done before week 1 begins, so I could predict the Super Bowl before week 1 starts. So it would be completely awesome if my Super Bowl prediction was correct from in the off season, because right now, by the time of this recording, no preseason game has been played yet. But I'm really excited to see the Bears play the Ravens on Thursday night in Chicago. And really the only reason I'm excited for it is just because I want to see Lamar Jackson play. But anyways, just comment down below if you disagree with any of my picks, because I like hearing your guys' view on all the football predictions. But let's begin with Chiefs at Broncos. I know this will put Broncos at undefeated still, and they're not going to go undefeated. They might not even go 4-0. But this will be Patrick Mahomes' 5th game ever in the NFL. He did great against the Broncos last year, though, so who knows? You know what? Change it. This is going to be an upset. Upset of the week right here. Chiefs are going to beat the Broncos. I remember last year, they went on a little field day. Patrick Mahomes did, and I think he's going to do it again, especially with the loss of Aqib Talib. So you know what? I'm changing my view on that game, because I think almost every single time I've done this, I pick Broncos. But now thinking about what Patrick Mahomes did to the Broncos the last week of last season, I'm going Chiefs. Now we have Texans at Colts. This should be a phenomenal game with Andrew Luck healthy. But if Andrew Luck's not healthy, Texans are going to win pretty easily. And I still think the Texans are going to win, just not easily. I mean, Deshaun Watson throwing to DeAndre Hopkins is going to be all that takes. And we got to remember what Deshaun Watson did when he played. He was amazing. He threw a few picks, but he threw a lot of touchdowns too. So I'm going to go Texans, even though it's a divisional game in Indianapolis. And now we got Jets and Jaguars. Do I really have to speak? Josh McCown, Teddy Bridgewater, or Sam Darnold will not be good enough to throw against A.J. Boye and Jalen Ramsey. And that's that. Dolphins at Patriots. Bill Belichick isn't going to lose to Miami and Foxborough. Browns at Raiders. I really want Baker Mayfield to be playing at this point. And I'm going to have the Raiders, though, Derek Carr. They added Jordy Nelson. And they still have Amari Cooper. I'm going to give it to the Raiders. Now we have Ravens at Steelers. The Ravens still don't have a necessary starter quarterback. And Antonio Brown and LeVon Bell, I'm just expecting to have a field day almost every week. Steelers are going to win that, especially in Pittsburgh. Ravens might be able to pull one off when they play in Baltimore, because it's always a close game, usually. I looked at both games last year. One game, Steelers won 39-38. The other one, though, I think they won pretty bad, like 27-9 or something. But either way, it should be a close game, but Pittsburgh's going to win. 49ers at Chargers. I think Jimmy Garoppolo is going to have a really tough day against Melvin Ingram and Joey Bosa, and then Casey Hayward in the secondary. So Chargers are going to win that. Bengals at Falcons. Bengals offense will not be able to keep up with Atlanta's offense with Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, and Mohamed Sanu, and Devontae Freeman. There you go, give it to the Falcons. Bills at Packers. Bills, the quarterback is just going to be a rough problem for him. I mean, trading Tyrod to the Browns was a bad decision. And Packers are going to win it. Aaron Rodgers he might have the best winning record at home. I don't know that stat, but he wins a lot at home. He'll barely lose at home. Once in a great while that happens, and the Bills aren't experienced enough to go into the Packer Stadium and win that game. Eagles at Titans. This should be a great game, I think, with the additions of Deion Lewis and Malcolm Butler for the Titans, Marcus Mariota. They still have their wide receiver Corey Davis, and they still have Derrick Henry. So, and thank you for whoever told me that DeMarco Murray retired. Really thank you for that. But this is going to be close. Jay They got rid of LeGarrette Blount, so that could change some things. But J.J. played good. I like Nelson I can't pronounce his name really well, but Algador. And you still have Alshon Jeffrey. And they have another guy, too. I don't know why I keep forgetting names right now. And I think they still have Torrey Smith. So that offense. And you still have Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is better than Nick Foles. And Nick Foles won Super Bowl MVP. So, Eagles are going to win. Buccaneers at Chicago. Buccaneers are used to all these hot temperatures all the time. Chicago, this is October. Chicago might be real cold. So, Buccaneers are going to stiffen up that game. Chicago, for some reason, I'm not looking at it. I don't know what too much they add besides Allen Robinson. But Chicago, I still have high hopes for them this year. I'm going to give that win to the Bears. And I think something's going to happen to Mr. Trubisky like something happened to Jared Goff. Like, Jared Goff improved because of his coach. But, I mean, look how much Jared Goff improved from year 1 to year 2. Year 1, he was horrible. Year 2, I think he should be in some high quarterback conversations. So, I'm going to give that one to the Bears. I'm going to give it to Seahawks at Cardinals. I'm going to give it to, this is a good division game, Russell Wilson on the Seahawks, but Cardinals still having Sam Bradford, Larry Fitzgerald, David Johnson in Arizona. It's a division game. It's going to be a good game no matter what. Cardinals are going to win it. Lions at Dallas. You know what? I really don't like Dallas this year. I don't. Dallas, like, not re-signing Dez and Jason Witten's retiring, it's really going to screw up Dak Prescott. As long as Ezekiel Elliott doesn't get suspended in there, they should be fine. As long as he's not suspended by week 4, the Cowboys are going to win that game. Now you have Saints, the Giants. I've been pretty nice to the Giants, giving them a win against the Cowboys, giving them a win against Jacksonville. But I think Saints is better than Jacksonville. They have Alvin Kamara. They won't have Mark Ingram this game. Mark Ingram's suspended for the first 4 games. That's another reason why I gave Atlanta that win last week. But you still got the Saints, other Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara. You still have Marshawn Lattimore, Cameron Wake, or Cameron Jordan. I can't remember which one. You know, I don't pay attention to the Saints very often, but I know enough to where they're gonna have a field day on the Giants. And Vikings at Rams. This should be a good one. 2 teams in high conversation. Rams are a super team, though, in LA. Sean McVay will not lose in LA, I don't think. So, in that ways, I'm going to end this, like, prediction stuff with the Rams beating the Vikings. But I never had a clincher of the week. What's going to be my clinch of the week? I have my upset of the week, which was... Did I have my upset of the week? I think my upset was Chiefs losing to Broncos, if that could really be called an upset. Or Cardinals at Seahawks could probably be called an upset too. But I'm going to give the clincher of the week to Atlanta beating Cincinnati. If it was the other way around, that might have been my upset, but Cincinnati's not going to go to Atlanta and keep up with their offense. All right, let's look at the records real quick. Let's see how much things changed since last week. Packers in the playoffs. Saints and Falcons now in the playoffs. Giants dropped to 2-2. Eagles are at 4-0 right now. Rams are at 4-0. Cardinals are still in the playoffs, which is kind of surprising. Let's go to the AFC. Steelers are at 4-0. Jaguars and Texans are both at 3-1. Patriots into the playoffs now at 2-2. And the Chargers and Broncos are in it at 3-1. And that's going to be it for today's video. See y'all next time. Peace out, y'all.